Update: am I the jerk for walking out of my STEM family's New Year's party and ignoring them? Firstly, I'd like to thank everyone for the replies. I posted this before going to bed, so I wasn't able to reply. When I woke up this morning after reading through everything, I decided to text my dad and ask him if we could meet. To my surprise, he said yes, that we could meet today even. I was more surprised when I showed up to all 6 of my siblings there. I asked them how they all managed to get time off last minute as they all have busy jobs. My sister said not to worry about it. They shuffled some things around. Everybody looked pretty upset. I hate awkward silence, so I started off. I said sorry for exploding during the party. It wasn't the place or the time to air out dirty laundry. I know I embarrassed everyone and ruined New Year's Eve, but I wasn't sorry about the things I said, just where and when I said them. My brother asked why I exploded like that and how long I felt that way. I told them I had had enough. I started writing my book at 19, and after years of rejection, I got a publisher. Did he have any idea how big a deal that was? Did he think everybody got published? And they just laughed at me and moved on, like I was an embarrassment. They said sorry and that they didn't mean it. I didn't know what to say, so there was a more awkward silence after that. I just drank my Coke till Dad spoke. He said that he didn't mean to make me feel bad, just that he didn't read fantasy books. I snapped and said, so what? I don't like string theory, but I still ask him about it. I don't like the Eilenberg-Gaia conjecture, but I still listen when he talks about it. I ask questions, and I care. What would it cost him to ask about my novel? I'm so sick and tired of being treated like the village idiot all the time. Mom said they don't treat me like that. I told her they do. They've treated me like the problem child my whole life. She said it wasn't easy raising me. I started yelling at this point. I'm not proud of it. I'm not usually a person who yells, but I just couldn't take it. I asked her what did I do that was so bad. Did I drink, do drugs, steal, cheat, sneak out, lie, fight, or even fail a test? What did I do that was so bad other than being a below average student? Everyone got quiet after that. I could see my mom knew she was exposed, that there was nothing she could say to defend herself. Then my sister stepped in. She said it wasn't easy with my mental health issues. She's referring to the fact that I self-harmed pretty regularly from 6th grade to 12th. I told her she had the nerve. Remember how in my post I mentioned kids snorting Adderall during exam week? She was one of them. They're the reason I self-harmed because they made me feel like crap just because I wasn't good at math. Either way, I wasn't a problem child because I self-harmed. I was a child who needed help and love, neither of which they gave me. And if we wanted to talk about problem kids, then we should talk about her drug addiction because I wasn't the kid that had to go to rehab. She started crying and I didn't even care. Dad told me to calm down, but I didn't want to. I told him I was done. From this day onwards they were dead to me and I to them. They said I couldn't do that, that they were family. I said I already had a family, one that loved me for who I am. Dad said that we could try family therapy and that we could work on things. I asked him why. What did I gain from this? He's nothing more than a sperm donor and the reason for my trauma. Even if we go to therapy it won't make what happened to me go away. I already had a loving and caring family. I didn't need them. Dad started crying at this point. I told them all not to contact me anymore. Not for funerals and not for weddings. My eldest brother asked if I might change my mind one day. I told him probably not. I already have a complete life filled with people who love me. With that, I got up. Dad asked for a hug so I gave him one. Then everybody else wanted a hug, too, so I did. And I left. I'm done. I know I should feel bad but I don't. I just don't see anything for me to gain. Every time I'm with them I remember being that kid, looking around the table seeing everybody talking, and feeling like an outsider because I don't know enough to join in. I remember all the nights of them trying to tutor me and ending up screaming at me, why don't you get it? I remember the disappointment of every report card. And then I think about my real family, and the love they give me. I don't need them. I needed them before but not now. Thank you to everyone who wants to read my book. I've thought long and hard, and I've decided not to post my real name here. My books are something I built out of the ashes of my childhood. I don't want it attached to them in any way. I know logically it might not make sense, but it's how I feel. This book is my future and I don't want it attached to my past. I've also seen some comments questioning my post. Because my family is in STEM, it means they must be the D&D, low TR kind of nerds. Well, not all STEM folks are like that. The closest I could describe them would be elitist/snobby kind of nerds. They view fantasy as a lesser form of art. For them, the classics are much more distinguished. And poetry, that's the closest I can describe them. Think Leonard's mom from The Big Bang Theory.